I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that. Figured I'd just go live because gotta go live once in a while. There's not too much going on. And at some point, I gotta be a broken record about Aquaman 2 and how you can help Aquaman 2 sell tickets. Well, here's the thing. There's some people who are like, well, leave Amber alone, let her disappear, don't talk about her, and that'll be great because then, she'll be forgotten. But the thing about being forgotten is when you're forgotten, and I mean forgotten by the general public, not people who know about the situation in detail and things like that, well, you're also kind of forgiven. Out of sight, out of mind. Then when Aquaman 2 pops up a year from now, people are like, "Oh, yeah, who was that? Haven't heard about her for so long. It's been like 8 or 9 months. What was that court case about? Yeah, I guess she defamed Johnny, but, I don't really know. I guess I'll just see Aquaman 2." So, the thing is, if you're on that side of leave Amber alone, you're probably not watching right now, but I still got people coming around saying that, and at some point, I gotta make a detailed video about it to kinda go out there as an evergreen video just to kinda remind people and tell people, "Look, you don't have to tell jokes. You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to get pissed, but you got to remind people of the basic facts and remind them that Amber probably shouldn't be in Aquaman 2 if Johnny's not in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which doesn't matter now, but at the time it did, and the Pirates franchise. What's up, Lisa? Nice to see you. As I said, you can come on here if you want. I'm just chilling probably for an hour, hour and a half, something like that. See who shows up, see what happens. What's up, Bernice? Nice to see you. What's up, Ann Duncan? Nice to see you. What's up, Lenora? Nice to see you. What's up, Laura B? Thank you for the tweet as always. I have a heated pet water bowl for the squirrels, and I had to go out back and change the settings so the water wouldn't freeze. It's way too cold out. Well, yes, it is pretty cold, but let's not get political, because even the weather's political these days. All right. So anyway, obviously, I'm not going to stay here full screen the whole time. I saw Colonel Kurtz the other day. She did a live stream just like this, talking and talking and talking for like 18 hours or something. I can't do that. I'm on like 2 minutes here, and I'm like, damn, what do I say? I'm losing it. I'm running out of time here. Or, excuse me, I'm already, out of things to say. Take two on that. All right. So I saw a live stream where Colonel Kurtz did like 18 hours, and I can't go like 5 minutes without looking at Twitter or something. I don't know how she does it. I guess she just keeps talking and telling stories about her life and talking and telling stories about her life. And I don't know. But I'm getting Twitter on here because I need something to look at, something to read, some content and things. So, yep. There it is one of my tweets. That's my son, who I'm not going to keep on there for too long. I think you can keep kids on the stream. I think it's safe. I saw Andy Signor do it, but they do have rules on YouTube about, COPPA laws and things. So you never know what's safe these days, unfortunately. But I don't know. What's in the news? What's in the news? And by the way, I get kind of political on Twitter because, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Twitter's totally different than YouTube, but I do a lot of the same stuff also. I'm clicking everywhere. I got no idea what's going on. All right. So let's see. The real Laura B. So the real Laura B put out this public filing on I guess the case between the insurance companies and Amber Heard and things like that. It's like 30 pages of legal documents, and I was looking at it and I'm like, I cannot get into this. I just can't do it. It's just too much effort, and I won't understand half of it. It would take me like 5 or 6 hours to get like, I don't know, a couple of videos out of it. And then the videos might not even be great because I wouldn't even know what I was saying half the time. Oh, I hate legal stuff, but it's so important, but I hate it. What's up, Kay? Nice to see you. I mean, I like legal stuff. I hate covering it and talking about it and being pressured and things like that. Ah, I didn't know that. I probably should have known that. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, sorry to hear that, but could have been worse. It's bad, but I guess it'll heal up and she'll be all right. And yeah, I definitely should say something or whatnot. What's up, Cindy? Very nice to see you. You got a new picture, I think. You're smiling in this one. See, I noticed things. I had the opportunity to watch The Last Fantastic Beast. Didn't make it past 15 minutes. It was horrible. The acting was low energy, no emotion, kind of like H's acting, storyline horrible too. I don't like the movies at all, but you know, it's nice to see Johnny doing whatever in any role, just working in the biz and things like that. So it is what it is. I'm not a fan either. I'm not even a huge Pirates fan. I just pretty much like the first one a lot. Watching Johnny as Jack Sparrow is always fun, but I'm not like a huge fan of the movies. The first one was excellent. First one was great, but after that, yeah, I don't know. But it's iconic. It's kind of Pirates is kind of meaningful. It's got its own niche in the world and everything. Fantastic Beast type movies already exist. There's a lot of those going out there. Those type of wizard kind of movies and things. So it's not quite as special. Pirates isn't really too crowded as far as the genre. I bet Cindy it flopped badly. So, yeah, I like some of the Pirates movies. I think it was what it was at World's End or something. They were all like pretty good, but nothing special. Nothing like where every time a new one came out, I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta see the new Pirates." I eventually saw it after it was out for a year or two or something. You know, Transcendence. Yeah, I love Transcendence. Yeah, Transcendence. That's the one where he's the AI professor who dies, and then his consciousness gets uploaded. And yeah, that's one of my favorite Johnny movies. And I know the Johnny fan base on the whole isn't like super excited about it. It's just one of those movies he made, but it's actually one of my favorites because I like sci-fi in the first place. So, you know, I've seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I thought they were all good. I'm not saying they're bad, just not quite exactly what I like. They're all right. They're fine. But especially the first one. I remember seeing the first one. The first one, it's just another one of those movies where I didn't even realize it was Johnny Depp. I knew it was him, but it just didn't feel like him because it was just so different than like Donnie Brasco, Fear and Loathing and things like that. So it's like, oh, damn, just really some good stuff. Yeah, I hope she's okay too. Absolutely. But, could have been worse. Thank goodness it wasn't like her head or her hip or, a wrist is bad, but it's not like a essential part of the body that if it gets injured, you're like out for good. It's an annoyance. It's terrible. It's an annoyance to have that wrist broken, but like I said, if it was like a leg or a hip or a eye or something like that. So, all right. What's up, Adega? And if you want, you can come on here. You might not. But I told you yesterday to tell your wife to get ready for a busy morning. But can't really expect much. I know how it goes. And um, Lisa, you could come on here too. And by the way, we can't really curse. Not that I curse. It's kind of funny when you don't curse, but I heard gamer channels getting in trouble for using the F word and things like that. And I know Colonel Kurtz uses it, so I got to warn her when I get a chance. She's just always so busy and stuff like that. And we're supposed to make a video, do a live stream. Then a day later, she's got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, she's got like 12 other things going on within like 12 hours or something. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to bother her. I guess at some point, maybe, 2026 sometime she'll be available and could kind of book her. But we'll see. Keep waiting. Probably 2023 is going to be all booked up the way it's looking. So, anyway, yeah, Lisa or Adega, you guys could jump on if you want. You guys could help me out because I can't talk for too long without losing it and relying on someone to say things. And I could sit back and drink some tea and stuff like that. But if I'm the only one here, then I got to keep talking. What am I going to do? I guess keep talking. I guess that's what I got to do. But I'll keep looking at Twitter too. So we'll see what else we got. All right, there's my son's tape. He taped himself to the chair. And yeah, that was kind of interesting. It wasn't like thick, sticky tape. It was just like kind of light, so that was good. Right. I made this video, didn't do so good. I mean, things are slow, the news is slow. I'd say like the channel kind of normalized back to what it would be if there wasn't like a hot topic. It's just kind of much better than it was when I started it, but it's kind of normalized now. And this thing, this tweet here was about how Dior really smashed it in 2022. Their numbers, I guess, were through the roof. And I'm going to attribute it to two things. They've got a good product, let's not forget, and Johnny Depp, obviously. I mean, if Johnny was selling, I mean, whatever Johnny sold would do great. But if it wasn't good, you wouldn't want it like as much, right? The fact is, it's a good company, it's a good product. So combining that with Johnny Depp is like really a great thing. And their ads, like I said in my video, I think aren't political. There's so many political ads these days. You know, some kind of politics is obviously thrown in the ad, and Savage is just Johnny with the guitar. I'm sure someone's made something political out of it, but the ad itself has nothing to do with politics, which is a real breath of fresh air. You know, it's great. And I think that helped the sales even more. Because, like, you know, let's face it, people are pretty polarized these days. So if Dior got political with the ads, then even though it was Johnny, if it wasn't on your political side, you might not buy it. Then you'd be like fighting on what you got to do, you know? Like, let's say the ad was like heavily right leaning and you're left, you'd be like, I love Johnny, but I'm just, oh, you know, I hate the right, you know? Or if you're on the left, excuse me, if you're on the right and it's like this huge rainbow, you know, left leaning egg, you're like, I love Johnny, but you know, I don't, that's like so bad. So they kept it non political, which was absolutely fantastic. All right, here's a link right here. So Lisa or Adega, you guys can come on and start talking and talking and talking, and it'll be better than just me. And I got to find my headphones without looking too hard. Okay, wait. I got it. Here's my I guess I'll go with the blue one tonight. Sorry, bent off screen for any guys watching this back on the replay or whatever. I know a couple of you guys once in a while do. I just moved off screen, but I kept Johnny on screen, so that's a good thing. So even though I'm not there or I wasn't there, you still got Johnny to look at, and Johnny is slightly better to look at than me. Just slightly though, because you know, I'm not so bad. I like having confidence. I don't like feeling bad about myself or saying bad things. If something's really true, something's really bad about myself that I really know, I'll say it. But I like having confidence. So, all right, we got Lisa. Can you hear me? Can I hear you?
I can hear you.
All right. Looks like you cleaned up there and you're like got rid of your background a little bit.
I just didn't. Well, you didn't like the blinking lights that I had. Yeah.
Blinking lights.
They were just like a fairy tree blinking lights. So,
You need
yeah,
a painting back there.
I definitely need something. I've been trying to declutter and get everything out, but you're right. I need something a little more attractive than a white wall.
Is declutter actually a word, or did you just make that up and put the
No,
word
it's
D
a
in front of
word.
clutter? Really?
Yeah. There's an ancient celebration. It's called Imbolc, and it happens on February 1st. And it's just a way to take the old
Mm-hmm.
out and bring the new in.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been sort of trying to just get stuff out.
I don't
Just
like this blue. I don't like this blue headphone here.
why? You can't really tell it's blue.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
I'm
Why do
gonna
you need
have
the
to
headphone
like
anyways?
put it like in my jacket here, so it's not like totally. Look at that! It's so blue.
You got a little Walter Cronkite look going on.
What? I've heard the name, but I can't. I don't have the face in my memory.
Ancient journalist.
No, I know. Okay, that's better because now it's like kind of, oh, much better. Now you can't even see it. That's amazing. I just flipped that around. So I got to tell you, I've got your bottle of Dior, but there's like YouTube rules about sponsorship. So if your video is too heavy with a product you don't sponsor, you could get in trouble. So that's why I would show it off a lot more if I knew I wasn't breaking that rule, which I don't think I am, but I'm super careful with things. So same thing with showing my kids. Like you could probably show your kids, but they've got laws about, you know, appealing to kids and getting a fine. So it's like that's why I don't show it more than I more.
Totally understandable. YouTube's
Yeah.
coming out with so many rules. You gotta be You gotta be really on your toes. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people getting shut down, a lot of stuff
Yep.
going on.
Exactly. And I depend on it for it's a part-time job. It's not just like, okay, cool, money's it's a part-time job, pay some bills. So if I didn't have it, I'd have to go out and get something else, which is
Right.
not really what I want to do. So
Totally understandable. I
that's
like that
why.
picture of Johnny you got up there.
Yeah, well, that's the Savage, and they did a good job. They really did a good job. I really love the
Yeah.
company, and I love Dior, and they're based. I'm sure
I,
some of you guys might know what that means, but they're based. All right, they're a
without
based
a doubt.
company.
Yeah. I cut that picture out of a magazine. You know how they have the smells you can, the cologne and perfume you can try on with a magazine. I cut it out and I taped it on my board at school and I put just say yes, just for fun. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, those kids were going bonkers over it. I'm like, calm down. Because
I,
he's popular even with the young kids. They know who Johnny Depp is. He's not young.
yeah, they know Johnny Depp in Japan too. He's not like one of those celebs who like some people know, some people don't. He's like on the level of Schwarzenegger, Stallone, things like that, right?
Yeah.
So they know Johnny. I mean, they all know pirates, so
I'm sort of with you on the Pirates. I absolutely love all of his work, but I watched them. They sort of just, yeah,
It's
they
it's
just don't
it's
blend in. It's just a lot of movement, a lot of stuff. They've done really well, and the settings and the acting, everything's good. But if I had to list my top 5 Johnny Depp movies, I probably wouldn't include the pirate one, even
Oh,
though,
I wouldn't. It wouldn't even really be close to me. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's not
yeah,
like on the level of like compare it to Donnie Brasco. Just compare it. Compare the acting, like those
yeah,
scenes
without a doubt,
with his wife and with like the tension with the mob and like those like real emotional scenes. Like
yeah,
yeah, like Jack Sparrow's great, but it's on a different playing field than
it's
some of his other
silly,
like Fear and Loathing or something like Fear and Loathing is like um
intense.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Pirates isn't intense. It's fun. There are fun moments and things. He's like on some wooden wheel cart through the forest, dodging arrows. Come
With
on.
his little drunken walk and everything. But it's exactly what he wanted it to be. He wanted it to be fun and
Yeah,
connect with people on that level. So he did exactly what he
yeah.
wanted to do.
Well, the point of what we're saying is it wouldn't be like one of your favorites. Like
Right.
when you're,
No, it's I still love it. I just
yeah.
wow, that's pretty cool. What's that right there?
No, that's Tokyo, and I should do more of this stuff. This is the city. See this city like this. It's like this for like 10 times the width of like New York City. It's like New York City looks like this for like, 20 minutes, Times Square, 20 minutes around. Tokyo, the whole city is like this. The whole city for
Oh
like
my
miles is like
goodness.
this. It's just, I mean, my friends from New York are like, no, New York's the best, man. I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's just can't compare. There's some great things culturally about New York. There's different types of, you got Greenwich Village, you got Times Square, you got
I've
Staten
never
Island,
been
you got
to New
Manhattan.
York.
You've got some great places, but
That's
it's
beautiful.
very, very, I don't know, calm compared to Tokyo. There's a lot less people. Pound for pound, Tokyo's got so much more wall to wall than New York does. You can't compare in that sense. Obviously, the culture, New York wins. There's a lot more cultural things going on, diversity and international, you know, communities. But as far as just like things to do and see and places to go, Tokyo beats it by like miles.
It looks really clean and
It's
modern.
very clean. It's an incredibly clean city. Like probably like the worst bathroom in like the heart of Tokyo is about the same dirtiness as like somewhere like way out past New York City. Like it's no comparison.
Yeah,
You
because I
know,
think New York
the
City's
attitude,
wore
uh,
out. They have a
yeah,
lot. That's
the
beautiful.
attitude's totally different. The attitude in Japan is about the country and other people, not about me, 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 me. Americans all about me, 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 me.
It's
Like
true.
in Japan, you don't you hold your garbage, you put it in your bag or something, right? And Americans like, I don't want to carry this garbage because I don't want to carry it. That's the attitude in America. Not like, well, I don't want to throw on the floor because other people are going to see it. It's going to make the country look bad. It's like, I don't want to carry it. It's a pain for me. Is like the general American attitude. So
Take a little bit more pride in their area. That's
yeah,
beautiful,
well they
though.
do. And it's like it's a It's an island. It's not tiny. It's from like Florida up to Maine. If you cut out like that part of the states, like that East Coast area. So but it's pretty small in general. So
Well, that's
you know,
beautiful.
but
Do most people speak English? I mean,
not really.
so like if you went to visit over there from the US, you'd pretty much be lost if you didn't
Well,
know the
they
language
speak
down.
basic English about getting around, switching trains and things like that. You could get around, but don't expect the whole conversations. Don't, it's very surface level basic English. So when someone says they all speak English, it's not like you have a conversation. You can't speak at normal speed. If you go slow and use simple words about where you want to go, what you want to find, yeah, you can find people who speak enough, but
Cool.
go off track for a second about anything and they'll, get like a 3-year-old, kind of like that. Like if you ask like a 3 or 4-year-old in New York and or whatever America about their town, they'll probably be able to tell you the fire station's over there.
Right.
Walk 2 blocks, something like that. But if you say, "Oh well, who won the 2020 election?" Then what? Completely lost. You've got to completely stay on track with the language. So
Where I live, you can walk the entire city. It used to be called a village, but they've upgraded to a city. You could probably walk the entire one road through Swartz Creek in about 8 minutes.
oh right.
It's really big. And they just took down the first school that was ever built there, and because it wasn't functionable anymore, but they
Hmm.
found a time box that they haven't opened it yet, but it was buried in 1904. The students in that
Wow.
school buried
Oh,
it in
like a time
1904.
capsule?
Yeah, time capsule. That's it, not
Okay,
time box.
yeah.
And they haven't opened it yet. They've been waiting for a board meeting, which schools usually have them once a month. I'm dying to see what's in that. That is just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
1904. I
that
mean, that's
is
pretty a
1904. That's before my
lot.
grandfather was born.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty crazy. My grandfather on my father's side is 1917.
Wow.
That's like 13 years before he was born.
Is he still with you?
No.
Uh,
1917, he'd be over 100.
That's true. Well, both my grandparents were 101 when they died. My
Okay,
great,
okay, but he'd
they
he'd
were
be, I mean,
they were 1901, and they lived
yeah.
101.
No, my
Both
grandparents were
grandma and
alive till
grand.
about 5 years ago. So I mean, not you're
That's
not too
pretty
far off,
old.
but I mean, yeah, no, he'd be like 1904. He'd be like 120, right?
All right, I'm an English teacher, not a math
Okay,
teacher.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
I messed that one up.
I learned a new word. I learned declutter today, so
Declutter,
I thought you
declutter
made
your
that up.
area.
So catching up on Colonel Kurtz. Yeah, Colonel Kurtz was gonna be on the channel, but I heard she got busy and you know,
Boy, she's got the
always
handle
busy.
on Brian, doesn't she? She does such a good job covering him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did too. You've been killing it lately. I pop you messages
Well,
all the time. No,
well,
you've
I
been doing a
mean,
good job. You've been
I
on
do
top.
more fun stuff, surface level stuff. She does more of like the deep dives for the most part and the
She
details and
does.
things. So,
She
but I
does.
mean, that's what I do. Love your accent. Well, I thank you. And yeah, thank you. I'm from New York.
New
All
York.
right. Yeah. My birthday is next week, February 8th. I'll be 54 years old, and my husband has the same birthday. Well, my
Aw.
birthday's February 28th, so kind of close. But I'm not looking forward to it. I don't need any more birthdays. I could stop with the birthdays. I
No,
don't
you
get
don't.
gifts. I don't
That's
have parties.
the alternative is not good. You definitely don't want the birthdays to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get cake with my family. When you're younger, you look forward to presents and the big number, and you get a little social status. I'm 25 now, or I'm
Yeah, I
turning 30. It's a nice thing and everything, you know. But now it's like, well, I'm buying my own birthday cake. I'm paying for everything, so it's not like anything special. It's just like,
right.
and I get to be a little older and a little, you know,
Yeah.
achier and a little slower all around. But
Well, happy birthday, Bernice, to you and your husband next week. I hope you do something fun. It's sort of great that you have it on the same day. That way you don't have to do two celebrations. You can do one cake.
well, my wife's birthday is on the same birthday as my second son.
So that's the same thing. You can sort of kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, but then neither one of them feel very special. So it's like,
Uh,
kind of, you know what I mean?
Well, I was born on my sister's 6th birthday, and I do know that feeling because when I turned, let's say, when I turned 5, there were 16 candles on my cake.
Okay.
And when you're that young, you always think, oh, all the presents that she's getting, they should be mine if I had my own birthday. So it is hard for a younger one to sort of understand that. There she is.
Here's Colonel Kurtz. Oh, this is interesting. I went to the Marilyn Manson lawsuit press conference today.
Oh,
I'm initializing my return to YouTube with a bonkers Friday Night Live party with Iron Celtic, who attended the LA press conference, and until I cut his link, Andrew Paul Roach. I'm not sure what that is. So, yeah, that's good stuff, you know?
did you listen to that? And
No,
did you see the video where there's a new
I didn't.
lawyer filing? And yeah,
Oh,
look at
wait.
that gallon of
Okay,
bread.
wait. Excuse me. I saw parts of it. Yes, this here.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
first
it was
complaint
pathetic.
I'm going to hold up that has been filed, names on the plaintiff as Jane Doe. And it identifies the rapist to be Brian Warner, also known as Marilyn Manson,
Oh,
Ooh.
Marilyn
who first began
What?
to
You can't even get words out.
rape
I know.
her as
It's
a youth
terrible.
and then continued into her adult years.
Okay.
And she was not the first and certainly not the only, as has been widely reported.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't know if I can
No,
everything.
it'll just bore you.
And some people might not like this, but he reminds me of a certain president right now.
A little bit.
Sorry to
bit.
say.
But what is that red dress behind him?
Oh my God, what is that? It's
I
a
don't know.
Powerpuff. It's a Powerpuff
cupcake
dress.
explosion, or it's just why?
Right, I know. Well, the top area is like this puffy.
It just I know.
Yeah, it's very weird. He's
I mean,
anyway.
at the Academy Awards, you can see somebody getting away with that, but at a press conference,
Yeah,
you're
right.
away for
Some
sex.
flashy celeb trying to make headlines and shock photos get around. Yeah, but
So they do a good job at that.
yeah.
Beyonce's new concerts coming out, and boy, the shots I've seen of hers, wowza, yowza.
Yeah, that's what I said. He sounds like Biden. Like, objectively speaking, not making fun of Biden, it's my opinion. Objectively speaking, Biden is not a good speaker or too old or something. And this guy obviously has a lot of Biden-like qualities, like his lost twin brother or something.
It's
So,
like, who's the guy I'm suing again? His name?
right.
Or what's his
Yeah,
name?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, no.
So yeah, Colonel, she blazed it. She did a really good job with that. She does do long videos. I'll tell you that. She does have a lot of words in her word bank.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's a good speaker, but
Very good.
I mean, she sometimes tells a story and goes off topic and circles back around to the topic and goes off, which is fine. I mean, I enjoy
Yeah.
listening to everything she says, basically, but that's why she,
I watch her all the
takes
time.
so long sometimes because, sorry, I cut you off, maybe.
No.
I don't know.
But yeah, I
Our
think
turn.
Brian's going to be fine, and I'm glad because everything that comes out, and thank goodness for you YouTubers that raise awareness, because people are just getting away with some really strange stuff out there in the world. Oh, and the Corey Feldman thing. Ugh.
Yeah, he's funny. I mean, believe it or not, the Corey Feldman videos do okay compared to some other, like not Johnny, not Marilyn Manson celebrities. So,
Well, that's all
yeah.
he does anymore is attack people. I mean, that's been going on for 10 years with him.
Oh, more, I think. No, I know he had the fake photos of he got shot or something. He's in the hospital because, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess
one time, he's lost it. He's sort of strange.
Well, he does things for shock value, trying to stay in the media,
Yeah.
trying to stay, he's only got 167,000 followers. That's not so big. I mean,
No, not for as long as he's probably been on.
yeah, it's
Has
nothing
anybody seen
really.
the latest picture of Brian? Because I haven't seen him. He's been totally out of the limelight, wisely, but I haven't seen anything from him.
Oh, of Marilyn Manson? Or
Yeah, I always call him Brian.
no.
Sorry.
No, he stays quiet though. He didn't he tweeted one thing about this. He stays quiet and that's what I mean, I think that's the right thing to do.
I
Like
agree.
Amber right now staying quiet, and I don't think it's all her idea. Probably she listened to some advice from someone who trusts, who knows what they're talking about certain things. And like Amber, don't post on Twitter, delete your Twitter, don't post on Instagram, stay out of the limelight. Because if you do, people will eventually forget. And with that forgetting, there's some kind of a natural forgiveness as well with forgetting. Now, the core Johnny fans are not going to forgive and forget. Obviously, we know who we are. But the people on the fence, the people who didn't follow it from the beginning or even from the middle, are going to be like, I kind of remember that. And then someone's going to be like, you want to see Aquaman 2? And they'll be like, yeah. But if it stays fresh in their mind, if they've seen a video or some videos about it or some articles about it, before Aquaman comes up or leading up to it, they won't forget. They'll be like, nah, I'll take a pass. That's
Right.
she's a
This
weirdo.
morning
Whatever.
there was a video on, and it was some guy that posted it of him and her dancing like a tango. And it's a newer one. And she just looked so gloriously happy.
I don't
And
know when that video was from. I heard it was an older clip. I don't know if it
I
was
don't
before
think
or
it's
after the
older.
case.
I don't think it's older. Let me see if I can find it.
Someone told me in the comments it was older. I don't know. I made a video on it.
She looks quite heavy in it, and that's the only reason why I thought, well, maybe it's not.
Well, Jen, you aren't forgetting. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the general population on the fence. I'm not talking about us. I said the main Johnny crowd, of course we're not going to forget. I'm
Right.
talking about people who jumped on when Virginia started. That's what I'm talking about. So, and the Johnny fan base alone will make a small dent in Aquaman 2. They'll make a small dent, but you probably won't be able to tell because I've been through this with Star Wars in Episode 9. I've been exactly in the same position. And even a lot of the people that swear they're not seeing it will get asked by a boyfriend or a girlfriend if someone doesn't care, and they'll be like, nah, Amber's only in it for like 10 minutes. I guess I'll see it. And I swear that's going to happen. It's a fact. It's happened with Star Wars. It almost happened with me. I was almost like, nah. But, I was like, no, I'm just not doing it. And that's why leave Amber alone, let her fade away.
I agree.
That's not gonna work.
Amber who? That's what people need to start. Just leave her alone. I mean, she's already dug her hole. She's wallowing in it for the rest of her life. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, until Aquaman 2 comes out, that's the point we can leave her alone. After that comes out, then you leave her alone because she's still in it. No one's going to forget about her because she's still in a huge, potentially $1 billion, maybe probably not billion, but she's in a huge multi-million-dollar movie coming up. Hundreds of millions, not like multi-million-dollar, like 90, like hundreds of millions-dollar movie coming up. As it gets closer, her name will be on.
Did you watch the first one?
I watched the first 10, 15 minutes. Was terribly boring.
That was me, and this is before the Amber Heard stuff came out, but the very first scene, it's the first 30 seconds, she comes running out, and my head went, who is that? That looks so fake. It was just terrible acting, and it was before, we got an opinion about her acting because of her personality. She is not a good actress. She just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I was always like a moderate Johnny Depp fan. I always liked him, always liked every movie I saw he was in. But in the same way, like, Brad Pitt or I don't know, maybe whoever else, Scarlett Johansson, I like her, but I don't know anything about her. But I just like most of what I see her in and how she is and everything. So, that's how I like Johnny.
The Brad Pitts and all these really good-looking actors have been around forever. I don't think any of them have good looks as Johnny Depp, especially when he was younger. I mean, He takes your breath away. He still
Mhm.
is very good looking. He still is. I saw him in November live. I was in the fourth row. And I couldn't believe what I was looking at because he's not easy on himself. He's not
Yeah, I know.
and he still has that twinkle in his eye, and he's just beautiful. I mean, God, oh,
Yeah, he's different. He's more of that
very
artistic, like stylish guy, but he's also got the looks. Like Leonardo,
mysterious.
Brad Pitt, they're
Yeah,
just regular looking guys. Wear the suit, wear the jacket, wear the blazer, get a haircut. That's it. Just like
yeah.
traditionally good looking. But Johnny's got that style, and
Oh,
he's got the good looks, and he's got the hair. You know what I mean? So he's different.
he's just something else. There's just a mysteriousness to him, and girls like that bad boy aura, and he's definitely
Hmm.
a bad boy. And I think he's probably in the Bahamas right now and rusting because I think that's where he goes every year for Christmas. People on the internet are freaking out. Where's Johnny? I need to see Johnny.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
can't,
Also, maybe Jeff Beck kind of made him lit. He's
without
kind of,
doubt.
you know,
Yeah, that was sad.
that's pretty crazy.
Very crazy. I saw him
Yeah.
4 weeks before he passed, and
Right. Yeah, you saw him.
and
Yeah.
he was amazing. I've always known Jeff Beck as being one of the best, but when he plays, like you could have 10 guitar players play the exact same riff in the same timing, everything, and his would stand out. He just played his guitar and it just sounded so magical. It was just
Mm.
a very sad loss.
Well, the thing about Jeff Beck, and I think why a lot of people didn't know him, and a lot of people say I didn't know him till he played with Johnny, is because the hits he was on, he didn't front man. He was
Yeah,
behind the scenes with the guitar and the riffs and things like that. He didn't frontline the songs, so you wouldn't get to know him. But he worked on so many albums that you know, like Led
a
Zeppelin,
lot of
and
them.
he worked with all these people you definitely know. So that's why he didn't get the same fame as someone else, like say, like David Crosby, Crosby, Stills and Nash, or Neil Young, or someone like even if you don't know them, you've heard the name kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know.
Donny Osmond even posted a video and said when his career was dying, Jeff Beck offered to step in, and they did a video together. And I watch it, never seen it before, and it was really good. You don't place Jeff Beck with Donny Osmond, but it's
What's up,
really good.
Hound? Nice to see you. Hound's been here for a very long time. I'm gonna say since like definitely under 500 subs, probably somewhere on 200 or 300. So
Woof woof. Hound
yep,
3000 needs some hugs. Hugs. Hugs.
yep, definitely an OG around here. Thank you so much, Hound. Very nice to see you. What's up, Angela? Nice to see you. A lot of famous people went to his funeral. Yeah, I should have probably covered that. Maybe I don't really cover
Oh,
funerals, but
you
I
still
should have.
could, but because there's still not a lot of stuff out there, but there was a lot of people there. Rod Stewart, Robert Plant, real big names came out in droves for him. Yeah. It went he went too fast. I didn't even know he was sick, but apparently it was
Yeah, it was some kind of what was it? Some kind of
bacterial
throat thing or
meningitis.
something. And yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people recover from that. It's usually not deadly.
I,
I actually mentioned that in my video. I kind of wikid it and kind of looked it up on Google, and that's what I heard. And but I guess with his age and everything, maybe that played a
Jeff
factor. I
Beck
don't know.
was a smoker, and I think historically I always saw him. Yeah, bacterial meningitis it was. Um, I don't know if he was still a smoker though. Probably.
What's up, Stranded? Stranded's been around here for a long time too. Definitely since the UK case or something. I don't know, a long time. So thank you for stopping by. Yep, you quite alive. I'm gonna try to do them. Gonna do one at least every week. Why not? No reason not to.
I try to make it. It's just Saturday morning. I work really hard during the week, and I'm just like mashed potatoes.
That's
Usually I
all
have my
right.
granddaughter too, and she's 4, so 4-year-olds. How old are your kids,
3, 6, and 8.
John?
So yeah, three, about 3.5. Something like that.
3, 6, and 8. Ugh,
Yeah.
that's why you're a lot younger than I am. You can handle it.
Um. Yeah, I'm not young, but I guess younger than some people, I guess still, but definitely, usually not the youngest person around. But
I've got a big birthday coming up in March, and yeah, and my friends are like you said, I don't really have a need to celebrate my birthday anymore. I don't
yeah, I
need
don't
pomp
either.
and circumstance. And they're like, we got to do something. I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah, I'll have a cake, I'll have dinner, I'll do the usual. But it's like more for my kids than it's for me now. They just want cake, so it's like whatever. But right. So there's this new Marilyn Manson lawsuit, and I think Andrea Burkhart, who's I guess you could kind of say one of like Colonel Kurt's like friends and acquaintances. So I think Colonel Kurt's kind of helped build up a little bit.
Cool.
Says I know there's a whole new Marilyn Manson lawsuit to the sec, but honestly, this playbook has just gotten so boring, teed up. Is that a typo? Teed up
Yeah,
for
I think
print
it
in
is.
Rolling Stone, ground zero for Me Too propaganda. The same day they file, so it's transparent and it's hard to take any of it seriously. What's up, little bit? Thank you for that $20 super chat. And I got to thank you here. Thank you for the support. This needs to be updated, but we've got some superstars up there. We've got a Mystified, Nitro Scal, Neon Empress, Dippin' Dots, Keely Talks, Humility, Christopher, Bridget, Jam Price, Laura. I'm going to screenshot now, so you got to go on there a little bit. I got to update this, but you're definitely going on
Yay!
there.
You need an
So
applaud button.
yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'm too lazy to look it up. I know YouTubers have clips and things, but I don't like that. I don't know, for whatever reason they have like a 3-second thank you for the super chat, like little song or whatever. I don't
I
know.
didn't know that came from YouTube. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's they put it up there and they just throw it up there for a second, but I don't know. I just kind of find it impersonal. I don't know, because everyone gets the same clip. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Something for everybody.
But I am lazy. But
I
little
was
bit.
gonna
Thank you so
super chat
much.
you. I gotta tell you, sorry for interrupting you. I was gonna super chat you today, and my debit card needs to be updated on
Yeah, it's okay.
PayPal.
It's okay. Well, I got you, and I got you, so that's better than a super chat. So
Oh, no, that's not. I
you
don't care
know.
about that, really. You don't.
Well, you don't move your camera. You speak nice, and you've got a pretty clean background and everything. So that's all good.
Yeah, because I was gonna start up a channel. I don't know, a year or so ago. You and I talked about it, and I want to wait till I retire and can put a little energy into it and stuff.
Wait,
Because
I don't have Jan on there? I thought I had Jan on there. Yeah, Jan, you're right there. Oh, mine just. Well, I can only really have one per person. You know what I mean? But I have you on there, Jan. I mean, I have you. I have you. So I hope you're not mad. You know, still some
yeah,
people I need to get on there. But you know. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So yeah, it's kind of like this new accusation against Manson. It just feels like you know nothing to talk about really.
boring.
We've been through that already. Yeah. So I made a video, one, maybe two, but not like a chain and keep up on it and not like one every couple of days. It's like, okay, maybe one or two videos and we're kind of done, you know?
Right.
If it came out, I made a video, the lawyer responded, I made a video. That's it. After that, there's basically nowhere that it's going to go. I guess
Yeah,
when it gets dropped, maybe that's another video, right?
that Me Too is, boy, when you learn about that organization, what it was formed from, and what they've done with their dollars and stuff. Oh my goodness. It
Mhm.
needed to be taken down. It was a
Well,
farce.
little bit. I appreciate that. You're definitely going on the wall, but we got one from Adega Atlo who says guilt payment
Woo!
for not being able to join you today to keep wife happy.
Yeah.
That is a real sellout, man. So you
Yeah.
should tell your wife that you spent $5 giving me a super chat and see what she says. Be like, I couldn't make it because of you, so I had to super chat $5, honey. We could have
Yeah.
bought like 3.5 eggs with that money or something in this wherever state I'm
Three and a
living.
half eggs. No kidding on that one.
I don't know. I just heard eggs are bad. They're $2.50 in Tokyo, by the way, for like a pack of 8 eggs. So I don't know what's going on over there, but maybe even 12. But
Oh, we're
I don't
more
know.
like
So,
$4.
but no, I told the Dega yesterday he's got to come on. He's got to, tell the wife it's gonna be a busy morning, and he didn't. So
For
but
shame.
I guess I'll forgive you for the $4.99. I have to because I've got bills to pay and things. I've got no choice but to sell out my soul and forgive you.
That's
So just for
right.
this one time, you're forgiven. But I don't forgive you for 2 times ago when you didn't come on, you didn't super chat. So there we go. But
That's funny.
but yeah, do I have a Dega on there? I don't. All
Dun
right.
dun dun. Take me
I
down.
do have
Put 'em up.
Laura. I do have Laura on there. So I do have Laura. But Adega, thank you so much. I appreciate it, but I'd rather see your Beetle-like face. He looks like one of the Beatles, so he's got that.
Does he?
I don't know, a little bit. He's got those round glasses and like the British kind of haircut, although he's like, from somewhere middle America, not quite middle America, something like that, somewhere kind of around middle America. And you know,
I
but I'll
still
settle
love
for
the
the
Beatles.
$5.
I
But Adega, if you want to come on here, you could change your mind. All right, little bit. Thank you, new member. Thank you so
Yay.
much. And I have got to pump up membership content. Have a video out, not so old, but got to pump it out. And thank you so
Welcome, love
much.
it.
And Laura B got a super chat from Laura.
Love
It's
Laura
red
B.
here, but it's probably a different color on the actual super chat. So wait, I don't have a thumbnail? No thumbnail. Wait, what the hell? There's no thumbnail to my live.
Yeah,
Huh?
I had to search for it.
Wait, what? Hold on. I want to see if I could fix that right now. Just wait, what's going on there? Hold up. I'm trying to fix it. I think I got one from Kay. Hold on. Can you just talk for a minute, Lisa? Because I got to go back in my studio and try to fix this thumbnail now.
All right.
So say something. Say something witty. Make people laugh. Keep people entertained.
Now you got me.
Not quite like that.
I've been watching The Quartering, and man,
That's good.
The Quartering is really involved in that Eliza Blue stuff, and he has come out swinging. My goodness,
Yeah.
he's got
Well,
lawyers in it. And Umbrella Guy, Tug's backing him up. They are both just not holding anything back, and they got a lot of clout. They got a lot of and
yeah, I heard people get in trouble for that though, so I'm kind of keeping it
I
low
get
key
it.
on whatever.
But they've got a lot of clout. I mean, they've got legal teams and 250,000 followers.
Right. Well, yeah. I heard that. I'm just keeping it quiet on that because I heard some things about it.
Right.
And
I think that's wise. That's why I mentioned
so,
that The Quartering's getting into
yeah,
something because.
yeah.
Whew,
Okay. So it says I have a thumbnail on my studio, and it shows a thumbnail, but I guess it's not showing.
Well, I told you I'd come on today, and I went and looked, and it wasn't popping up in my
Right.
stuff. But so I searched you out.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Maybe it caught up.
I mean, people who are subscribed will jump on. They won't care, but people who've never seen the channel just, oh, what the hell's this, right?
Right.
So, whatever, I guess.
You've got about 350 likes, so you've got some people.
Yeah, but it's just coming up like this, right?
Oh.
But I've got a thumbnail. Anyway,
Right.
whatever. It's kind of getting disruptive, so. Ooh, look at that. Kind of disruptive, and I got to move on, so it's all good. Already 50 minutes in, nothing I can do about it, but probably just a glitch or something. What's up, Papa? Nice to see you. And we got one from Kay. Thank you so much, Kay. So I was trying to find those. Okay, here it is. I was trying to find Kay's actual super chat. There it is. Thank you so much, Kay.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
It's a pretty picture, okay? Very pretty.
I hope I will keep it up, and
You've been hitting that hard. I'll tell you what, you've
Yeah.
been putting out some videos.
Yep, not doing so bad with keeping it up, but
I think your biggest obstacle, John, is the time difference because you're in Japan. Aw,
Yeah,
Jan,
got
that's
one
so
from
sweet.
Jan. Got one from Jan. Yeah, Jan, that's great. I haven't seen that before. It's brand new,
I
those
haven't
hippos.
either.
Wow, I'm loving that.
Adorable.
That is incredible. But yeah, thank you, Kay. Kay is not on there yet. Kay is not on there yet. Let me screenshot Kay. Jan is on there, but I like the hippos better, but Jan is on there. So yeah, this is incredible. This is incredible. I'm still irritated. I have no. I see. Oh, Bosset sees a thumbnail. So why don't I see a thumbnail? I don't want to waste everyone's time. I'm gonna get off this as a minute. I love thumbnails. You could tell I do it. Take some time on some thumbnails. When I get this treatment from YouTube, it's forgivable because they've been pretty good so far. But
Well, if everybody's in.
yeah. Well, thank you, Bosset. And Kay, thank you so much. Kay's always supporting the channel. And I got to say to everybody listening, I wish I could reply more to you guys' comments on the actual channel. It's just I'm checking, I'm giving hearts so fast. I'm always watching kids while I'm doing it. I'm at work, I'm on the train, whatever it is. I just can't get so much back and forth in comments, but I wish I could do more. But,
I comment to keep the algorithm going.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It does. It does. It really helps. And when people who've never seen the channel see comments, it encourages them to comment and then just subscribe subconsciously because, it looks active and things are going on. So,
right.
But, Kay, thank you so much. I owe you a spot. And Laura B's got Merry Christmas. That's cool. It's like always, we always know when that one's from. So, but Jan, thank you so much. And I think Jan's got a new picture. Everyone's smiling.
that's
Cindy
pretty
Bryden's
good
got a
to
new
do.
picture. Jan's got a new picture. I think you need one, Lisa. No offense, but you're kind
No,
of
I do need one.
off to the side there or something. You got to center yourself better.
I know. You're right. I can't. It's so hard to get it there. Is that better?
No, I mean on your profile pic.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm saying.
No, you're too far over to the right on your
Oh.
profile pic. See, on the nitro scale there, you need to center yourself.
Oh yeah. All
see
right.
how Jan is centered here?
It's beautiful, Jan.
Yeah. I don't want to make you jealous or anything, but you got to center.
Jealous? Why wouldn't you be jealous? She's gorgeous.
No, I'm just joking.
I'll work on that for you.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing around. I just say
know
silly
you are.
things, and I waste so much time. Anyway, thank you, Jan. Thank you, Kay. I got to try to move on and talk about something somewhat entertainment. Somewhat entertaining, I meant to say. So, anyway, nothing's entertaining these days. It's all depressing, but what are you gonna do? So, another one bites the dust. Right. So all these cases against Manson are getting pretty much dismissed. Yeah, dropped and dismissed. But he's got the one against Evan Rachel Wood, so that's not getting dismissed, I don't think.
Who was the one that didn't show up to court or didn't?
I think that was Smithline. She didn't show up to a deposition, or she postponed it, and she missed the date on it. And if this is so important to you, what are you doing? Wouldn't you be there early? If this is so important to you? If this is so important to you and you've really been abused, you'd be at the court early.
That's just jumping on the bandwagon, and then you just.
I should change my picture too. Well, yeah, it's a little small. You've got to at least, magnify yourself because your picture is the room there. You want to see you. I'm assuming that's your husband. So you guys want to be big in the picture like this. It's just mostly your room. Like 60 to 70% of your profile is your room. So yeah, you should probably change that. But it's fine. I remember it. It's better than a dog or a cat because when people have dogs and cats, I can't remember them. I mean, if you've been here a year or two, yeah, I remember your dog and everything. But if it's you're kind of new, I can't remember if there's 5 people with dogs and cats. It's real hard to remember people. So it's better to have yourself. And, right. I like pets. I love pets. I'm an animal lover, but just saying.
Make a connection.
Yeah.
Here's the latest picture of Johnny. He looks pretty good there.
Yeah. If you send it to me in my DM or something, I could put it up there.
Yeah, I can do that. Because it looks pretty good. I like to see him happy, he's.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. I kind of feel the same way about Johnny that I felt about, some of my family members and their life, and kind of about Jeff Beck. And, I think I said in passing that, Jeff Beck's death wasn't sad and someone got like upset. And what I meant by that was he had a great life.
Yeah, no, I totally
He
understand what
had
you're saying.
he
He
had a
was
lot
pretty
of
old.
money. He had a lot of women. He lived to 78. He wasn't a spring chicken. He wasn't in his 50s or even 60s. He was almost in his 80s. So it was sad because it was so fast. I
He
get that. But
he did it
if you
his
look at the
way.
guy's life,
Well, that's a
compare the
good thing. I'd rather
yeah.
die fast. I don't want to.
Yeah, it is kind of a good thing. I mean, compare his life to like anyone on the planet, and he beats out like 99% of the people in the world as far as he had a great life. So
He
he
did
didn't
it
have
his way.
controversies. He wasn't in the news for hardships or nothing. He just had a very smooth, great life. So you could really celebrate a life like that and feel good. Like, okay, well, yeah, it's more sad for us who have to hear about it.
And I think Johnny brought out a different side of him because I watched an awful lot of Jeff Beck over the years, and I've never seen him giggle and play the way he did with Johnny because that's how Johnny is. He's tactile. He wants to touch. And Jeff Beck was like that too. And I'd never seen Jeff Beck act like that with anybody. And did you see the little video they did in an interview where Jeff said they found the McDonald's wrapper in the bin? And he looked at
No.
Johnny, he said, Johnny, we don't have a McDonald's within 50 miles of where we live in London. Johnny said, well, been in my back pocket for 3 weeks.
That's pretty
He just
funny.
all right up to, he goes, well, it was in the back pocket of my pants for like 3 weeks. I just took it out and just like, oh, dude.
I eat McDonald's once every 2 weeks because my kids have it. We get it for lunch. It's like $20 for the whole family, but I pretty much cut it out except for that. Like, I mean, it's really like eating. It's like eating like a piece of clay and plastic and mushing in some ketchup. It's
Without a doubt.
really terrible for you.
Makes
But
you really feel bad too. But
once
kids,
every 2 weeks, look,
thank
my
you.
whole family has it. I'm not going to sit there with a salad, be like, I'm not having it, guy. I mean, all right, I get a Big Mac and a couple of handfuls of fries, like every 2 weeks, whatever. But
They ain't no big deal.
People asking what's going on in health in America, and I don't want to get like too political, but obviously people are blaming what for the sickness and stuff and heart disease, and I'm like, well, check what you're eating first.
Everything's preservatives.
Yeah, I think Bill Maher once famously said it's the chicken wings.
I'm not the biggest meat fan. I eat meat, but I don't. Some people are just so they have to have it with every meal.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if I don't have meat once a day, I don't feel like kind of like fulfilled. I feel like I'm still craving to eat something. I don't feel totally full.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that. I could eat vegetable soup every meal of every day and be happy, but
I could go a while. I could have like a cheese burrito with beans and whatever. Have pizza with pizza with cheese and stuff. But at a certain point, I'm like, if I don't have meat, I feel like I'm not quite like fully satisfied. And I guess
chicken quesadillas after Friday on work. A couple of us girls always go out for a cocktail or two, and we went to a new place that just opened. They had a really nice menu. So, and we had a drink. It comes in a pitcher. And it's got a tube in the middle of it, and it's dry ice. So when they put the pitcher on the table, it's like foaming, like it's Addams Family type stuff. It's just really fun little cocktail. That was sort of clever.
You know what? Madonna was actually trending before, and I missed it.
Well, she's getting ready to start a new tour, a world.
Really?
Yeah, classics. She's going to do all of her old stuff, old school, and people are going off the hook over it. Yeah, it's going to be a Vogue,
Okay. There it is.
Done that a long time. Yeah, doesn't he look? He just looks calm,
Where's that from?
I think that might be in London after Jeff Beck. I think that might have something to do with that. But he just looks rested.
Who is that?
I don't know. It's just a fan.
Oh, just a random fan?
Yeah, I think it's just a fan.
Yeah, he definitely looks good there.
Yeah. Just looks calm,
Like, what's their face on Twitter? Michelle Dauber and Eve Barlow would take the worst picture he took out of like the whole 2 weeks, whatever, and put it up there. I'm like, this is what Johnny looks like now. He looks like a grandma. Well, look at him here. It looks great. He really looks good. Looks like he just went, on the beach in Florida, got a tan, and just came back and put that on and walked in there.
Well,
And
that's why I just said this yesterday. If you are as famous as Johnny Depp, you probably, when you poke your head out in public, you probably get 500,000 clicks of cameras a day.
yeah,
There's bound
exactly.
to be 3 out of every million that aren't so great.
Wrong angle, wrong lighting. After a 3-hour show of sweating and slamming on a guitar, you're supposed to look great. You know what I mean? Like, come
And he
on.
still pulls it off. And even the worst ones are like, not that bad. Come on, get the guy right, man.
Yeah.
He definitely knows how to handle the public.
Yeah.
You
As
know?
if they're tricking people. I mean, how many people aside from like the hardcore followers of Amber are going to be like, "Oh yeah, Johnny looks bad these days because of this one stupid picture,"
Well,
Great.
Eve Barlow she's trash.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that a lot of her posts lately, she's only got like 18 likes, 19. Well, she has her comments off, so that tells you right there. But
What's up, Deborah? Nice to see you.
hi, Deborah.
Deborah, I think recently started following me on Twitter. I think something like that. But Deborah, you need a picture on YouTube also. So
I like
And
the
you-
way she spells her name, Deborah.
yeah, it confuses me sometimes.
Deborah. It's cool.
Deborah, because I could read that totally in Japanese, so it confuses my brain.
I
You
can't
know?
imagine.
Yeah. After you're speaking a second language 20 years, it all gets mixed up in there. So
I'm going to Greece next year. And
that's good.
I've got Rosetta Stone, and I thought, well, I'll try. No. Greek, no.
Yeah.
And I teach mythology, and so I'm excited to go, Athens, the Parthenon, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be exciting, but I'm just going to pass on the language. And
Yeah, I mean, once you get to a certain age, you retain it much slower. Like
without
your
a doubt.
brain gets a lot harder towards language the older you get. So your brain has more trouble processing new languages the older you get. Unless you speak multiple languages from a kid, then maybe you find like similarities. But if you only speak like 1 or 2, then picking up those other ones afterwards are kind of tough.
Well, I minored in Spanish in college, but I always wanted to learn Italian. And my brain, like you said, it's hardwired now. I can't learn
Right.
the Italian because it's so similar to Spanish. And I end up saying a sentence that starts out Spanish, ends up Italian. I just hack it up terribly. But
I like Madonna. I'm not like so into her music. It's all right. I mean, but I like her. She's definitely a legend. She's an icon.
Without
She's
doubt.
a pioneer. I like her. I like her personally more than I like her music. Put it that way. But
yeah,
she's got a good voice.
Accept her age a little bit. She's gone a little bit overboard with making sure that she comes across as she's 22. But she's fit. I'll tell you what, they say she's like an Olympic, because she was doing that extreme yoga for a long time, and she could compete with anybody physically.
Mhm. Hey, she does look good for her age, I guess.
Without a doubt.
I mean, she looks good for her age, but at a
Without
certain
a doubt.
point, it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not that hard to put a profile pic. Just click the same thing you put on Twitter or whatever. It's got to be easy. I don't know. I'm not really up on Nick Carter. I'm not up on too many things because, I mean, I do YouTube, but I've only got real limited time to get into things and have thoughts. So I'm still following Johnny, Amber, Manson, Corey's in the news a little bit. Was following Andrew Tate a little bit, but not really any definitive news right now. And
Yeah.
He's interesting because sometimes he'll have a video and just say some really good motivational things that anyone could get, good information out. Then he'll go over the board and just say, some pretty crazy things that really borderline, and I'm a pretty light judge on people with like hate speech and things like that. But sometimes he'll go a little off the rails. But some of his
I've watched him
motivational
a couple times
speeches
too,
are
not
great.
much. He doesn't click for me.
Well, some of the things he says are great. Like, he says things about racism, which I think are absolutely true. So what he said was this. He's like, if a black billionaire meets a white billionaire, do you think they think about race and argue about social issues, or they just shake hands and do business?
Well, that's incredibly smart. Yeah, that's spot
Yeah,
on.
that's
Without a
exactly
doubt.
what it is. So what he's saying is the racism stuff is for the, public, the citizens, the lower level people, and he's right.
It's true.
And I don't know. I guess I could say we think about it, argue about it, sweat the small stuff about it. But once you're past a certain level, it doesn't matter. It really is about money. And it's really sad that people keep arguing about racism and just say, you know what? I don't want to hear that. Shut up. No matter what race you are, if someone's going to keep arguing about it, it's going to keep it going. So he says very insightful things like that. But then he'll say something about women and, how, the husband, I don't know if he said owns the wife in every single instance, but he'll say something like that, and it'll be a little bit, you know,
Cross
but
the line. Yeah.
so, but if you take the good things, he's got some really good motivational thing. The other thing he said is this: he's like, well, if you're young, you're trying to make it, you're trying to become rich and get more money. He's like, a lot of young people make the mistake of going to work 9 to 5 and coming home and thinking, oh, now I'm free. I'll watch TV, I'll watch a movie, I'll play a video game, I'll do whatever. But he's like, well, no, that's not free time. You've got to keep working from 5 to 8 or 5 to 9. And I know that most people, because I did when I was that, just, okay, I'm done with work. I'm off.
done when I walk in, I'm done.
And that, but if you're young, if you're in your 20s and you want to get rich, he's like, you're not going to get rich by just going home and watching a movie after you know what I mean?
Oh, my
That's how
dad
you
used to always say, just to my brother trying to get him to get another job or whatever. He'd say, just sit there. Somebody will come knocking on the door offering
Yeah,
you,
so-
a
But if you
great,
get my point, that's good advice. That's good advice.
it's great advice. Yeah.
So he says she has some golden, pieces of advice, but then he'll have these very, off the rail attitudes sometimes. So I think some people just take the bad stuff and judge him.
Yeah. Do you ever watch Ben Shapiro? That dude's
Yeah, I've covered him, and I've told people he hits Amber Heard very hard.
He's smart as a whip. My gosh, he talks fast. You gotta really be focused listening because he's just
He graduated Harvard 2 years early. That's not an idiot.
really.
Yeah.
You can
He
tell.
graduated. Yeah, he's not an idiot. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, I've been watching him lately.
So
He tears.
if you listen closely, obviously he's right wing, but if you listen closely, he plays the middle more than you might think.
He does.
he-
He just
he-
goes for the extreme idiots.
Yeah.
But he's so spot on. It's.
Yeah.
I just came across him a couple weeks ago, and I've been listening to quite a bit from him.
Gish Galloper. I don't know exactly who that is, but thank you. And what's up? Nice to see you. Psychological projectionist. Nice to see you. I can't remember call that name before, and I have a pretty good memory with people. But yeah,
Clever.
thank you for stopping by.
Gish Galloper.
So no, I don't watch Ben. I'm sure. Yeah, Ben is a divisive figure. He like I said, he's pretty heavily right wing. So if you're not on the right
Yeah.
or you're heavy center, or you're on the left, you probably won't like him. But
Yep.
yeah, I find a lot of things he says spot on, but I disagree with some of his like more traditional conservative stuff.
He works for the
Absolutely,
Daily Mail.
yeah.
They make him do a lot of stuff. He's like, oh,
Daily
I got
Wire.
Blaze
Daily
TikTok
Wire.
again.
Daily Wire. Don't confuse. Daily Mail's a crap
Daily
site.
Wire, my bad.
Yeah, big difference. But yeah, there is a Daily Mail which is very trashy a lot of the time.
Big difference. My bad.
But no, it's an easy mistake. I know what you mean.
I'm just gazing at Johnny Depp, so I'm losing my concentration.
Right. I'll just leave that picture up there. I don't know, man. Johnny's one of those people where I really swear on this. I wouldn't be starstruck. I'd just talk to him about music like the whole time. I wouldn't obviously wouldn't bring up Amber or whatever. He probably wouldn't want it. So,
Yeah, and I think he knows. Somewhere I heard that when he walks into a room where there's people, he gives them 10 or 15 minutes to acknowledge his presence and calm down before he starts talking.
Okay.
So they don't all rush him and go, and they just figure out, oh, maybe he is just a normal person. And,
Right. Not sure if he's a normal person. I mean,
his conversation, though, I think he can talk to just about anybody.
He can. But once you've got that level of fame and you've been exposed to that many people, you're no longer normal. You know what I mean? You're on a different level. He's not seeing the world like most normal people do, because he's seeing the world through the eyes of people rushing him and all this attention things. So he can't not at his fault. is what I'm saying.
He's
Not at
he
his
stays
choice,
heavily
but
protected smartly.
yeah. So
$100 for Daily Wire subscription?
for a year. So if it's like $10, that's not even $10 a month. So it's not so bad. Break it
Yeah,
down
but
monthly,
when
it
I
was like
can get
$7.99.
everything off of the internet, why would I pay
Yeah.
$100 for it?
Well, you get their behind the scenes roundtable conversations. They don't air it all and
Oh,
things like that. And I'm gonna assume once you're seeing the paid stuff, it gets more right wing and more, conservative. And
probably.
the stuff they show the public is about as middle as they'll get, or sometimes once in a while as left as they'll get. Once in a while they take the left side, once in a while. But probably their paid stuff is for the more hardcore right wing conservative. And you know, I don't know. I think I'm really safely in the middle because, like, I agree and disagree on so many of the big issues, and I think the truth is in the middle of the right and the left. So if you're really on the left and you think like Republicans, the right is all bad, or you're really on the right and think left is all bad and all woke, you're not going the right way. The truth is in the middle.
I
Truth
agree.
is someplace in the middle.
I totally
So
agree.
you're being played. You're being played by one side if you're too far one side.
Well, with the
So
internet, people
yeah,
are propaganda. You don't know what to
yeah.
believe, and they convince you. It's scary. Oh, I see here it says this looks like Jeff Beck's niece. And yes, she's a friends of Johnny and Chloe.
Oh, right. That makes sense. I'm sure she'd be able to get a picture with Johnny.
Yeah.
So
She's very pretty. She looks very French.
yeah, she is pretty good looking. You know,
Uh,
she's better looking for me than Johnny is, because no, well, no matter how good looking Johnny is, he's still a dude. So that's that.
I drives me
Sorry.
crazy. Guys are like that in school. Oh, you can't say he's good looking. He's a guy. Like,
Yeah.
yes, you can.
So I mean, but I can tell why women would find him more attractive than like Leonardo DiCaprio, somebody more like normally good looking. You know what I mean?
Mysterious. You just want to know
So-
more.
Yeah, he does have that mysteriousness. He's got that mysteriousness. Is that a word? Mysteriousness? You're the English teacher, so
Yes.
all right. You don't say, John. Yep, I say. Whatever I don't say, I said. Well, Seth, what are you talking about? A game? I love those games. They don't do a month-to-month subscription. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, if you break it and compare it to some place you'd pay a month for, that's like what, $7.99 a month, which is reasonable, That's fine.
Sort of makes sense. It's probably
Yeah,
a
it's
really good
reasonable.
financial move to do it that way.
Yeah, they have high quality content. It's not like you're getting like, crap content, they have high quality stuff, like anyway. What's up, Hen? Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Hen stops by a lot of the lives. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always nice to see you. Really, really appreciate it. Got about midnight. I was still gonna chill out for like another half an hour or something. Like every time when I saw, Colonel Kurtz live, I was like, damn, she went for like 18 hours. I could do at least like an hour and a half or something. So Netflix
I do
is
6
18
hours a day at school, and it kills me. Yeah, Netflix is having problems right now too. Boy, even if you have 4 TVs in your house, you're gonna have problems. Like if you want to go from the kitchen into the living room,
Yeah.
they're starting to. There's a lot of sharing, password sharing. I can understand from their point of view they're losing a lot of money that way. But boy, that's a toughie.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There is. I mean, well, it might have had its time, like the technology moves on, and the typewriter at one point was in every business across the world, across the country, across the world. Now it's in zero. So
Right.
at some point, Netflix is going to be the typewriter or whatever, the horse and buggy and whatever invention no one uses anymore. And
I like Netflix because they do the top 10 and it's easier. Like I have Amazon Prime, but every time you see a movie, you have to buy it. It's like I already paid for Amazon Prime. Why is every time I want to see a movie, it just drives me crazy.
Well, not only that, movies aren't what they used to be.
No.
I mean, a movie's got to be really good now to take 2 hours of my time. It's got to be really good.
I just watched a new one last night with Eddie Murphy, and it was hilarious.
Okay.
It was so good, and I can't think of the name of it. And I was like, I have not watched this good of a movie in a very long time. I wish I could think of it.
Mhm.
It's black family kid marries white family kid, and
Okay.
parents are both, but it's done very well. And I really enjoyed it. I wish I could think of the name of it, but that was on
That's
Netflix.
okay. Don't have time to watch it, so maybe someone in the chat does. But
Yeah, if
I
you get a
mean,
couple extra hours, you go to sleep, right?
I don't have time to watch a 90-minute movie that I don't enjoy. That's it's a complete waste. I might as well play a game that I know I'll enjoy 100%. Like I play a couple of games here and there, but it's not like I'm not going to enjoy playing a game. It's not going to play a game for like an hour or two session, be like I didn't enjoy it that time. You always enjoy it, you know what I mean? So
Right.
like,
What platform do you play games on?
I just everything is cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm not a PC gamer. I just have cell phone games and stuff like card games and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I do too.
yeah.
I like to do the solitaire and
Not regular cards, like Magic the Gathering type card games. So,
yeah.
but
I'm
my point is, I'm not gonna not like it. Like I could watch a movie and be like, that sucked.
Yeah. I don't like that. I turn movies off if they're just a waste of time, but that one got me going. I was laughing out loud, which is a little weird when you're all alone.
Okay, here's oh, you could see. Can you see the pop up for a second, Corey Feldman? It pops up for a second.
Oh, that's weird.
See that?
Yeah.
Can you see that? Pops up for a second. So I think he blocked me in this case. Usually it's a chain block. Like I'll Tillett didn't block me personally. I don't think he blocked somebody who I
Like
was
a chain
following or
block.
something.
Chain
Yeah.
block.
So what happens is if somebody blocks an umbrella guy, they could at the same time block all his followers, right?
Yeah. Let me
So
see if I
Corey
can.
Feldman probably blocked some bigger person, and let's see.
I'm not blocked.
He probably blocked somebody bigger, which also blocked me. But maybe in this case he didn't, is what I was saying. Colonel mentioning super. Oh, did she?
Good for
I
you.
missed it, but she was too late. She was too late. I was making a joke out of it. I don't really care because it's all good. It's all good. I was super chatting her kind of just as a joke. I mean, but I do that sometimes. I just mess with people and I take some stupid little joke too far and kind of gives me an idea of their personality and who the person is. Like, I think she took it a little seriously. I don't think she actually knew I was joking totally.
Well, you're a dry joker.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
a
but
dry sense of humor.
I mean, if you think about it for a minute, like who the hell would get mad someone missed a $2 super chat? I mean, not really. Not at my level,
No.
Like I'm another YouTuber. I know her. It's not like I'd really get mad about that. So
No.
hopefully some people could have read into that,
Right. No,
But if it was like $20, she wouldn't have missed it, to be serious though. So, just
well,
goes maybe she would have, but maybe not. But
income.
I guess I've done it. I don't think well, I don't get enough to miss them. I've maybe, not really. Not really. Maybe at my more busy times it's possible, but
Was this the one that you commented on? The one that he was in all caps screaming?
yeah, that was it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think my theory is like unbeatable.
I agree.
It's
Give me proof.
mathematics.
Words. It's like,
Well, it's not that, it's mathematics. So do the math. So let's say 3 women come out, they've get accusations against you. What's the odds they're lying? Maybe not. Maybe they're not if they've got no evidence. 3 people not having evidence is not so unusual. Now 5 come out, they don't have evidence. Now you're saying, okay, maybe, right? No evidence. Okay, now 10 come out with no evidence. You're like, wait a minute. Mathematical probability says, out of 10 people, someone's going to have evidence. If I let that go and 20 come out, now we're getting into the range of mathematics and probability that someone should have that evidence.
I agree.
And if 50 come out and 40 come out, well, now we're really getting into heavy mathematics that nobody had any evidence aside from just their story at that
and
many
the day of the
accusers.
phone, and it's so easy. Somebody slugs you in the face and you have bloody nose, take a picture of it.
Yeah.
So you just say, "Oh, I had my nose was broken. It felt was so hurt. It was across the wall, and both eyes were black and really, all you gotta do is
Yeah.
show me
Yeah. And obviously Amber was the worst. Like, who doesn't document broken ribs?
multiple, and the next day have a photo shoot leaping through the
Broken
air with the greatest of
broken
ease.
ribs. Batman got broken ribs and he was out.
I had a car accident last year, and I had
You know.
one cracked rib. And I'm telling you, you couldn't sneeze, cough. It was hard to lay down. It was
Yeah.
hard to sit up.
Yep.
Oh,
So Batman was pretty much undefeated till about, I don't know, around like 1990 in the comics. You know, he was pretty much undefeated. He always won in
like
the end.
Batman.
And finally, when, Batman, they said, look, he's got to lose once for real, they decided to give him broken ribs. That's how bad it is.
I
You know
did
what I
not
mean?
know
That's how bad it is. So by Amber Heard saying she had broken ribs, but she was, kind of fine and went along with it, saying that she's actually more resistant than Batman is. Like really more resistant than Batman. So if you think of it like that, that's pretty ridiculous.
And he hit me again and again and again.
Yeah.
And both
Yeah.
my eyes were black and blue.
Yeah. I mean, and then I think, one of their big wins is they say that Johnny headbutted her, but that was probably trying, if it happened, he was probably trying to get away from her or something. And like, whatever it
Settle her
was. Like,
down. He said he
yeah.
grabbed her and moved her over here, and I
Yeah.
could see where that would happen. But
Like a headbutt is not an aggressive move. You don't just go up to someone and do that as an aggressive move, right?
right.
It's usually when you're already kind of in there
Defense.
or something. Like
You're
you
being
watch wrestling, you
protected.
watch fighting. That's not something you do aggressively. It's stupid.
She
So
she came across so bad, and every time I still watch some of the videos. There's some people out there, behavioralists, and they say, for an actor, that was the worst. She was horrible
mm,
because she was trying to convince everybody of something that wasn't real. It was actually quite sad, that she would go through them lengths.
mm. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
no kidding, Aaron.
mm,
I've been punched once too. I had that kind of a husband, broke my nose in the car for changing the radio station. That's not something you
I've
want
been
to
punched
do.
in like fights, not by like in like fights, not like by a guy, not like by a relationship or anything though. Like you don't really feel it at first. You feel it afterwards, right?
Right, without a doubt.
Uh,
Yeah, and the way she says it, she was hit, a broken nose. When you get a bloody nose, that thing bleeds forever. That's not, ugh, it's not cool at all.
yeah, I never had a.
What do you think about that balloon that is over the United States right now? They just spotted a second one.
I don't know. I just heard about it, but I don't know because when I first get information these days, my natural instinct is to think somebody's trying to say something that's probably not, and I got to double check it. Like,
Oh no, it's verified NASA. I mean,
okay,
yeah, no, they just don't want to shoot it down because it's over civilians. But now they've spotted a second one, and the country it's coming from claims that they're just weather balloons that blew off course.
it's possible, isn't it?
I
Not like they
don't
can
know.
really put. I mean, balloons don't. I mean, they can blow off course. That's
But it's very,
reasonable.
very crazy that they were spotted over an area that has nuclear,
Oh, right. Okay, right.
a lot of
Yeah. Okay.
confidential.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is going on there? Sound waves?
Oh, right. This is a science girl. Okay. Funny thing is, she follows me, and Elon Musk follows her.
That's
So
interesting.
I'm actually followed by somebody who Elon Musk follows, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Science girl. God, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I started following her when she had like, I don't know, 4,000, and now she's blown up.
I'm gonna
She
look her
she
up.
does. I mean, she does stuff like this.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she's got 788K now.
Wow.
So you could see follows you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I like her. I like her a lot.
I'm following her. Boop.
Yep, I like science, and she doesn't look bad looking, so I like her.
It's a twofer, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, stuff like this. Hey,
Oh, that's so
win-win.
cool.
You know, she's got a great account.
Wow. Yeah, my son-in-law
So
has a PhD in physics and astronomy. Lives over in the UK, and every time I talk to him, all I want to do is quiz him.
so if we go to Elon Musk here, so you saw Science Girl follows me. I should make a video on this, by the way. He follows George R. R. Martin. That's interesting.
I follow Elon.
And he never followed Amber, by the way. He follows J.K. Rowling.
I don't think he gives her a thought. I don't know, but
Twitter Blue, of course. All right, she's got to be on here somewhere. Dilbert, that's weird. Okay, there we go. Science Girl.
I'll be darned.
Yep. So that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. So I can't really talk to them. I talked to her in DMs when she first kind of started. But I mean, obviously she's got like almost going towards 1 million now. So
You should send one out and just say, "Hey, your growth is amazing. Congratulations."
I think I did. She doesn't remember me. I mean, or she's got so many she can't find it. You know what I mean? So
That's pretty cool.
but anyway, I don't know. Am I like the only one in like the community and everything who has a follower Elon Musk follows?
I don't know anybody that does.
Probably. Maybe, you never know, but that's crazy. I got to make a video on that one day. I really do. I mean, it'd be kind of like a 200 view video, but what the hell?
Yeah, I think you might get more than that.
Yeah, generally 200's real low. Anything on my channel generally gets about 300 or 400, but it wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think.
How about
It'd be
timing?
if she saw it, it might be a little weird. You know, she'd probably be like, oh, it's kind of a weird video. That's like not really content, but okay.
You'd probably take it as a compliment. I mean, most people would
Yeah.
understand why you would do that. Wow.
Yeah, no, it is pretty cool. I really should. What the hell?
Where's she employed at?
I have no idea. I don't know her. Just I used to chat with her on Twitter once in a while when she was on Twitter. I mean, when she first started, when she had like 4K followers or something. I don't really know too much about. I don't know anything about her personally.
Why do people hate e-cars so much? It seems like if you have a Tesla, you don't want to drive it or leave it anywhere because people are destroying them, keying them. There are so many videos out there with older people. What do they have against it?
I don't know. Yeah,
there's all
I don't
kinds of
know.
people.
I
It's older
mean,
people. They key them cars. They do anything they can to mess with them.
I don't know. Look, eventually we need to.
Think about it.
Yeah, we need eventually to get away from gas and have more cheaper ways to, fuel vehicles and things like that.
Well, the e-cars, though, they're causing havoc on the power grids. They're taking them down in California because they have to plug them all in, and that's an additional. And our power supplies are melting over here because, well, they haven't been updated since the beginning of the country.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might be a little too early for humans to get away from gas and things like that. So
It
we might
might
need
be,
more.
but where's the animosity come in? Why are you angry that somebody is, we're supposed to be a diverse country and open to new ideas and stuff, but I don't know. I've been following that for a while because I did get a new vehicle when I was in my accident last year, and I looked at them for a while, but I have a house up north and it's 250 miles away, and I didn't want to have to stop on the way up and plug in somewhere. That just sounded annoying to me. So
Right. I honestly don't know. No one has them here in Japan. I don't know. Maybe some people have them. I don't know though. So.
they have them a lot here and over in Europe.
No, I know. No one really talks about it here, so I just don't know. But
Well, it's late night for John, so he might have a cocktail or two in him. but it's AM for me and no go.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, yeah, we're on an hour and a half, so I guess I'll probably end it here. We had a good night, and
And a good
got,
morning.
yeah, and got like 12:30 here. But let's see how. Let me do some thanks, and I'm still chilling, but my back's kind of hurting because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. It's been like an hour and a half sitting in a wooden chair, so I guess I'm at that age where. But thank you so much, Lil Bit, for the membership and the super chat. Really appreciate it.
Little
Thank
bit.
you, Adega Outlaw, who's not here anymore, and maybe he'll be back someday. And I hope he had a fun morning with his wife. And thank you, Laura B, as always. Really appreciate it.
Love you, Larby.
Thank you, Kay.
Love you, KK.
Thank you, Jan.
Love
Thank
you,
you,
Jan.
Jan. And thank you, Jan, again. Thank you, Bosette. Nice to see you. Thank you, Bernice. Yes, there's a thumbnail now, but it wasn't there for a while. But I guess it's cool now. Let's see who else we got who's been chatting for a little while. Thank you, Sophie. Been here for a little while. Really appreciate that. Joni, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Angela. There's Angela. And what else we got? What else? Rebecca, thank you so much for stopping by. Stranded, thank you so much for stopping by. Just call me Hen. Always nice to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yeah, I think Chunky Monkey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Lenora, been here for a while too. Anyway, gotta go. Lisa, if you want to say some last words or
No,
something
just
like
nice
that.
to see you, John. I've been really happy with your progress here. You've been working your fanny off, and you've been doing really good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Stop by anytime. But we got to go, guys. If you're not subscribed here, which probably pretty much everyone is, but if you're not, consider it. And if you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.
Yeah.